Alright, what is up everybody? It is Saturnblue here, and today I'm going to give you my thoughts on Arsenal Reloaded and whether I like it or not, and whether or not I prefer it over the original version. Alright, so I'm gonna go through a few different categories and I'm gonna give them a grade, and then I'll give you my overall feeling on the game. So, cosmetics I would give a B, just flat B in the middle, because all the skins I've seen in the game were literally exactly the same. I haven't seen anything new really, so I feel like everything was just like the same. And then I'll go into the weapons as well. I give the weapons a B minus, just cause the way, like there's nothing really new about the weapons. All the weapons I've used so far, I've only played like a few games, but so far all the weapons I've used are not new. They've been in the game, in their original arsenal. The double barrel chat, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that gun is even worse now. They made it semi-auto when you zoom in instead of double burst, so it does even less damage, and it just feels super weak. Some weapons just feel even weaker than they did before, I feel like. Don't know if that's just me, but there are a couple changes. Scoped weapons is toggle aim down sights like it used to be, but now some weapons that just have holographic sights or iron sights like the Springfield is hold aim down sights, and it gets a bit confusing, and I don't really like that feature. I think, to be honest, they should either keep it on toggle. I don't know if there was a setting or not to enable toggle only in there, but it's like mixed between different weapons, and I honestly don't like that feature. Now let's talk about something good about the game. The details I would give an A+. The muzzle flash was a lot more noticeable on the weapons in the game, and it looked a lot like more realistic. I'm not even gonna lie, even though it looked cool, it really got in the way, especially when I was trying to aim at the enemies. But you know, it's cool. Now another really, one good thing about the details is the audio. The weapons have some new sounds, which is cool, but what I really like about the audio is the footsteps. The old Arsenal, I don't think it even had footsteps, and for the first time you can actually hear your enemy's footsteps, so if someone's trying to sneak up on you, you can actually hear them walking, and it actually makes walking a useful feature sometimes. You know, normally I'm probably never going to use the walking feature, I always rush into battle, but now you can hear enemy footsteps, so you at least have a chance to like turn around and shoot someone if they're trying to sneak up on you like around a corner or something, so I really like that new feature. Now the maps, B-. I gave the maps the B- because it's just old maps put into the game, but some of them are just, there are some new maps I haven't seen before, but a lot of them are ones that you could already play in private servers on the original game, and since those were test maps, they're kind of buggy, and you can literally see the spawns, like the green spawn squares where people spawn. So maps are okay, but I'm not a huge fan of them so far. Modes, again, a B. There's a lot of B's being given out here, and there are some arcade modes and wildcard modes. I haven't really noticed many new modes though, and I didn't even play those wildcard arcade modes. I don't know what they do. I mostly just played automatic, standard, and legacy comp because those are like the 3 best modes. Overall, nothing new here either, just the old modes. Now hit registration. I gave a B-. I might have to increase this later. I feel like shots got even harder to hit. Like, it just felt harder. The games were a lot closer, I noticed. I did win a few games. I did pretty good, but it felt harder. Maybe I have a skill issue or something so far, maybe I just need to get better. But dead upon shot register definitely still exists, even though the game doesn't tell you that. There are moments where I was absolutely positive I hit a shot, and the shot just didn't register. But I will say dead upon shot register isn't as bad as it used to be. I feel like in the old Arsenal, raycast errors and dead upon shot register was very common. Not as common in this game. Movement, how the movement works and feels, I would give a B-. B-, B-, around that. the movement is very similar to the original Arsenal, but it feels like they decreased the movement speed. I don't know why, it feels slower to me. It almost feels like the old archived version of Arsenal a little bit more. I feel like the game is steering in that direction again. And cause like, it's not exactly slower, but it just doesn't feel as smooth, you know? It wasn't buttery, you know? It was just kind of rocky kind of movement, you know what I mean? Just by the way it feels. It doesn't feel as good as it used to feel. Now, as far as hackers and cheaters go, I can't give this a rating. I've only played a few games, and I have not seen a hacker. Hopefully, they're able to get rid of hackers, because in the old Arsenal, hacking was a huge problem. People were always hacking, aimbotting, insta-killing, flying, things like that. So far, haven't seen a hacker. Bugs. The game is kind of buggy right now. I would give the bugs a C-. The game obviously is in very early testing phases, so that's why it's buggy. So I can understand why there's bugs. But I got server kicked frequently, and I know the devs might be updating and whatnot, but I was able to join another game like right after I got kicked for some reason, even though the servers got shut down. So that didn't really make any sense to me as to why I got kicked out, but was still able to play. On the map Baller's Yard specifically, there's a very glitchy spawn where you have a chance of being stuck in the ceiling and you can't get out. You can get out, either you get on the top floor by phasing through the ceiling, or you just fall through to the bottom floor. But if those two things don't happen, then you will be stuck in the ceiling until you reset yourself. And it's a very annoying bug to deal with. Also, I don't know if this was just me or something, but on the map Village, I kept dying right off of spawn for no reason. Like, as soon as I would spawn, I just die, and nothing even appeared in the kill feed, so I had no idea what was killing me. I just kept dying off spawn for no reason. It was just strange. It probably wasn't a hacker, because there was nothing in the kill feed. If a hacker killed somebody, then it would have appeared in the kill feed. Overall, I would give the game a C+ rating, maybe even just a C. It feels decent, I'm not gonna lie, and it is new, but it's not the greatest game, you know? I would say it's a mid-tier game right now. Like, it's basically just a reskinned version of Arsenal with slightly more audio and, like, visual muzzle flash details, but with more bugs, you know? It's just Arsenal, but with a few bugs. It's not really adding much to the table, there's nothing really new. It's just Arsenal, but slightly worse feeling, not as smooth and buttery as the original, I feel like. It just doesn't feel the same. But I can understand why it's like this, because the game is in very early testing. Keep in mind, this video is being released when I just played the first release test, so this is literally the first test being released to the public, so there's gonna be a lot of bugs, and the game could get better. As I'm speaking right now, the team is attempting to actually fix a lot of the bugs while people play. I saw it in their Discord that they were trying to fix the bugs while people were playing. I can understand the dev team is trying their best to fix all of these bugs and make the game feel good. I absolutely understand. I gave it a C+. The reason why overall is the fact that there's nothing really new so far. It just feels like a copy and paste almost. I estimate that over time, the game will get better, and I feel like the game's grade might max out to a B+ or A- once it's more polished, because they will patch a lot of bugs, and they'll probably add new weapons, cosmetics, stuff like that, maybe new maps and modes, but I feel like there just isn't much you can add to Arsenal. It's just not the same either. Like, the game doesn't feel the same. It feels less smooth than the original. It feels more like the old archived version of Arsenal. But I do estimate the game will get better, but for now I would say the original Arsenal is better than Arsenal Reloaded. But if you haven't played Arsenal Reloaded, go give it a try before they shut down the servers, because they definitely will shut down servers to patch things. So yeah, go try it out. You'll probably like it if you've never played Arsenal. So yeah, my final conclusion is the game will probably get better, but right now it's a mid-tier game. I hope you enjoyed this review of mine. Make sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I will see you next time.